Okay, so Harmony Bloom is one of the plugins that I use the most for creating some unique textures and I would say pads and things of that nature. Sometimes I'll play the pad if I'm feeling like doing it. Other times I'll use this just to give me something that sounds a bit different than what I would play. That's the whole point of this. It's more of a sequencer that is allowing you to create these different patterns and rhythms. So right now I'm not using anything. I'm using this on desktop. And so what you're seeing is my desktop screen. However, I'm actually using the MPC Keys 37, and this is from the Jura Pad Soft, and it's called Soft Plus Simple 1. So to set that up, you pretty much go in, your input is going to be, in my case, the MPC Key 37 port 1, but then I also have that as the output. And part of that is just so that it can be able to run back into here. So it doesn't matter. I don't think I think if I change it to port 2, it still would come in. So let's just try that let's start it. Yes, it doesn't matter. If you use port 1 or 2, it looks like it's coming into still feeding into that sound. And just so you know, I do have this set to off because when you use the standalone version, you're not using like a AU or VST of it. You're just effects, in your effects is what you would do in your DAW. But in this particular case, and by the way, you can do this with the iPad also because it's on the iPad. Just turn the sound of it off, and then it's going to push that MIDI out to the MPC Keys 37. So that's what you want to do right there to set it up. Now, of course, I'm going to sit here and play with it till I find something. You can even set the piano version out here to where it triggers with that. I think if I go, see, the play won't work now. So, but if you notice that it's not, it should be moving when I press that, and it's not. So we need to set the input on both of these just in case, maybe. See, it's still not doing it. It's only playing it in here. So I'm not sure on that portion because the MIDI input device should be, as far as I know, the controller here. But I think in order for me to do it, what I have to do is go into the MPC and change it to a MIDI and use one of the ports. Yeah, there we go. So see, you can use the port now. So maybe set port 2 for the output and just port 1 for the input. Well, still not triggering it. It should be able to move it. But now what you do is you lose your sound. So I'm using a sound inside the MPC. As soon as you switch off, you lose the sound. So what you have to do is leave this and just not trigger. You kind of lose this portion of it because I don't know how else you could do that, right? But switch it off of keyboard mode. Now just hit play. And then you can bring in that sound. Should be able to do it. Let me go back here to the settings. MIDI out is there. And you should be able to hear it. I know it's triggering it. I see that. But for some reason, we lost the sound. And it's not allowing me to play now. So it's kind of weird. But, okay, so here's that. All right, so if we go play. Yeah, we're not getting any sound now. So weird how that works. Trying to do this, I thought it would vary the sound. That's fine. So that has to do with the output of the sound. Here's the input of the notes, and then this is the MIDI out, which should be fine on there. That's where we had it before. But I'm getting no sound. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna close it out like so. I'm just gonna go ahead and exit out. We'll reopen it. And we'll start over and we'll try it now. So it's back working. So it looks like it glitched. That's your tempo that you want? I like slower tempos personally. Increase the note duration. Turn chromatic. I'm gonna set an actual, let's just do E. Now let's try G sharp. Change the octave. I'm gonna turn this off. So if you have that freeze when it happens, just go in and close it and reopen it. It should work fine. And you can set your inputs as both. And again, just set your MIDI output as whichever one you want to choose. The only thing is when you use an internal instrument inside of the MPC, and I mean one of the ones that it comes with, you will not be able to play. You can still play, but you won't be able to play the MIDI notes in on here by using this keyboard. Because see, as soon as you hit the keyboard, you could do it down here. See what I mean? But you won't be able to, you kind of lose that ability to play. Interesting. Okay, so just wanted to show you that it does work well with the MPC. And what's cool is, here, I'll show you this. Give me 1 second as I turn the camera here. Did I press the right one? I did not. Doing everything I can not to put the my hand in the camera, but it looks like I might have to move it a little bit there for you to see this screen and what's going on here. So again, if you turn here, you can play in, but you have no sound. So you have to use either the sounds inside of here. You could probably use a program, but you would have to set the pad range that you're going to use it in on the Harmony Bloom. So, but here you can see it's coming in using the Jura. If you pick something else like, hold on, chamber, soft chamber. Give it a second to load the sound, but you'll see. I'm trying to see which one might load a little faster, because this is one of the issues I have, is the load time on an SD card is so much slower. So what you could do is sample this in. Maybe set the bars like for, I don't know, 16. Or if you just want to go to your sampler, you could do it this way. But it's not coming through the sampler, so you're going to have to change the input. So let's resample. Now it's resampling what's playing. And then you could just arm this for, this is kind of a lot of seconds here, but it doesn't matter. I found out if this is set to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it's set to, because you can always stop it. So let's do this. Watch, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to press the arm. But see if the threshold is set too low, discard, then it won't work right. So you need to turn the threshold up so it doesn't trigger when you just hit record. So now hit record, it's gonna wait for the signal. Maybe you want to give it, I don't know, 30 seconds. So you have enough of a sample that's varied. Perfect. So we'll stop it here now. And we'll rename this sample as HB, we'll call it experiment. I hope I can spell. I like to put the tempo in because I don't want to have to guess this later. So it's 70 BPM is what it is. This way, if the MPC doesn't get it right for some reason, you're still good. Now you can go to that sample. See how I put it at like 20, or 123? That's not right. So we'll put it at 70. That's what it should be. And now you can just play it. So you have that as an option. Of course, if you're going to chop, you could always go into do manual chopping, or sometimes I like to just do the regions, maybe shorten the regions down to 8. So now you have your slices, right? And then you could just, I should have put on 0 snap before I did those slices. Let me delete the slices. Okay, and then we'll go back in since 0 chop is on. I guess it's the same. I don't know if it makes a difference or not on that. Anyway, shift. You could you go shift and convert it to non-destructive. And now you have a group. You go back here. Program. There it is. So something like that. And you could play it in. So I don't think I would do 16 bars of that. Let's just do 4 just for right now. Set the tempo to the same tempo, which is 70 BPM. And then hit record. Turn your metronome on if you haven't done so. Maybe on track 2, you go in and put some programs. So assign some samples, browse, go to my drums. And let's go, we'll just do Eldre's drums because I use his a lot. Kicks, load. I'm trying to do this quickly so I don't spin. That's fine. And then a rim. That's fine. All right, sample assign. Drop them in. Done. Go back to menu. Now you have a, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's get rid of delete program 2 because I just added it. This should be the one. There it is. So now you could do your drums. I don't like the overdub thing, so well, personally, because I just don't use it. So I'll do my own and start it from the beginning. know I messed up in there. I don't really care about that part of messing up because that's going to happen. But I just wanted to show you. I'm going to put these hats on that just so they're lined up. And these snares are off too. Well, whatever. Do it. These kicks are off a little bit. I'm going to just do it for right now. You could always nudge anything off that you don't want off. So if you don't play piano or you struggle with melodies or something to that nature, or you need something for texture, Harmony Bloom is a really good plugin that can be used on the iPad or on the desktop. Plug it into your MPC via the MIDI, and then just get you some samples or generate yourself some type of something that you could sample. And it's not like, you know, sampling from somebody else. You're actually sampling something you kind of help construct, because you can go in there and adjust your settings and make it sculpt the sound a little bit more closer to what you would want. So it's a unique way to do that. There's also, for those that like ambient music, like myself, I enjoy ambient, jazz music, stuff like that. You can also go in there and have it create chords, create random stuff that maybe you wouldn't build on a normal basis, and then just use that as a backing to what you already have, or have it create a melody or a bass line or whatever you want to do. The options are endless. It's up to you really to explore it, but I'm just introducing it with hardware. It kind of works kind of cool, and I think it's a good option if you want to create your own little samples. All right, that's it for this video. Until the next one, I'm out.